everybody, how are you today? My name is Sarah Mantel. I'm the bariatric coordinator here at Community Health Network. And as all of you know, we have really kind of been limited on the support that we are offering in person. So we have really stepped up our game and are trying to get you as much support as you can through Facebook and online information and that sort of thing. So I would like to introduce you guys, if you don't know, this is Marjorie Cline. She is our licensed clinical social worker here. How are you?
I'm good. How's everybody out there? Hope you're being safe and careful.
Yes. So I've asked Marjorie to give us a little emotional support today, I guess is what it is. Thank you for hopping on this video.
Well, this video chat thing is not my favorite thing to do, so bear with me. I decided to I told Sarah, one of the things that I oftentimes talk with patients about is I reflect back on when I started here, and when I started here, about 3 weeks before my credentials were transferred here because I was at another hospital. So what do? You're hired. What do? So I just shadowed everybody at the clinic, from the surgeons, the dietitians, the Dr. Stoat, the psychologist, the people downstairs that do scheduling, and I just did a lot of listening, and one of the things I was involved in was the support groups. And so I heard patients in the team talking about things that were potential hurdles to weight loss success. And I thought, that's probably pretty important because everybody wants to be successful. We want that for patients, and these were things I was hearing from them. So I just said, I'm going to write those down in my little green orientation book. And I also then started hearing them talk about these were things they thought helped them be successful. And I go, well, that's probably important too. So I wrote those down in my little green orientation book, and before you know it, I had this list. So I just thought I'd take a few minutes and share, this is what patients and the team said to me that seemed to be potential hurdles. I call them hurdles, not barriers, because hurdles are things that you can't get over. So these were hurdles that they shared. And you can just think about any of these that might apply to you. And we know that this struggle that you're having is not because of weak character. I think there's a lot of legitimate reasons why people struggle with weight loss. So these are some of the things. If you have a high amount of life stress, current family life stresses, past life stresses, including things from childhood, low self-esteem and negative self-image, being disorganized or struggling with planning, struggles in relationships with your partner, feeling unsatisfied with your quality of life, coping with mental health issues like depression, anxiety, substance abuse, and personality disorders, a negative outlook on life, just having some unrealistic expectations of your weight loss journey, limited social support, using food as a way to cope with feelings or stress, eating habits like binge eating, night eating, grazing, eating too fast and poor choices in food, not being aware of good nutritional choices, physical inactivity, grief and loss or any significant life changes, financial issues, history of trauma, obesity, does it run in the family, like genetics, hormones, and medication. So those are some things that I actually heard from patients in the team about potential hurdles. Was there anything that possibly came to you?
I think that's a really, really good list.
Again, that's what I did when I started. It's like, just kind of wrote things down. Now, to help improve success, I like this. All right, this is the good one. One of the top things that people said that seems to make perfect sense, but it was what I heard was just you got to be open to making changes and trying new things. It's amazing how difficult it can be just to try the new foods that sometimes the dietitians are asking you to do.
That's a good one.
Yes, and recognize that this relationship change you're making with food is grief. It is like a loss or a death. There is a grief process involved. Seek out support from others. It's important to seek out support from others and attend support groups. Make sure you keep your appointments regularly. Take advantage of all the services offered here, in addition to the counseling that we offer. Follow dietary directions. Identify what your personal triggers and pitfalls are. The best way to do that is with your food log and journaling your thoughts and your feelings every day. And some people think they're journaling thoughts and feelings about eating. It's not about eating. It's about your day. How are you feeling about your day and how those things impact behavior. Eating behavior is just one behavior. I think it's important to set limits. A lot of folks here, what I've noticed, they're just such givers, and I don't care if you're in the surgical program, the non-surgical program, whether you're male or female, but people tend to be givers that are coming here to our program and not very good at self-care. So I'm going to do my little example. People have a bowl of energy. It's this big. It's limited. And so many patients are giving and giving and giving and giving to other people and other things, which means their bowl of energy is pretty empty. And we're here to help you, but we ask a lot of things of our patients to do to be successful. And if you have an empty bowl, you are not going to be successful in your weight loss journey. So now it's a matter of looking at your life and figuring out where can I capture some of those places where I'm giving my energy away to be and keep it for me so I can do what I need to do to be successful. It's very personal for everybody where you do that. I've had, some people set, like one lady, I remember her saying she gave up some of her commitments at church with choir, and some people are, it's just really personal. Someone will say to limit kind of what they're doing in terms of giving their family permission to use their car. I mean, it's just really different. So I would say you need to do that. And I'm going to pass along a little statement that was told to me by my first supervisor is a therapist. She's 4'11", and I tell people she's looking up at me, tiny little thing, and she said, "Marjorie, if you never say no, what does that make your yes worth?" And it really hit me like, oh, not very much. And I was a young therapist, and I credit her for probably helping me begin to set limits, not get burned out, and stay in the field. So I just passed that on to you as something that was helpful for me, and hoping it's helpful for you in terms of looking at self-care. And the only thing to just a comment, when you start setting those limits and saying no, be prepared. You may have already experienced this, but sometimes people are not very happy about the fact that you are saying no and setting limits, and so that can be uncomfortable too. But and you can't set limits to everything. And I'm not saying make yourself number one. I don't know that that's realistic these days when we have jobs and families. But I think it is realistic to get yourself up off the bottom and start figuring out how to do that. Enough about that. So the other thing that has helped people be successful is looking at their internal, what they can do internally, rather than looking at, well, gee, everybody there is trying to make me do whatever. I have to do this, I can't do that, I should do that. I think that makes it seem like it's our journey to make you change, and we're imposing our will on you, and really this is your journey. And I think people do change best when they feel empowered, and it's their journey to make those changes. So watch those language words in your head. Instead of saying I can't, it's really more of a you will or you won't. Instead, I have to or I should. Well, you're going to choose to or choose not to, just to try to keep that focus your journey, not ours. Because sometimes people get kind of rebellious. They feel like we're trying to impose our will on them. Focus on things you can control. You need all of the emotional reserves right now. Don't waste it on stuff that you have no control. Ask questions if you don't understand something. Be accountable for choices. And I just think accountability just sums up, it's just being honest with yourself and with others. Planning. I cannot tell you, this planning and giving yourself structure, how helpful people have said that is when they start doing meal prep and planning, and also probably the food log and the journaling, that with your emotions and thoughts are the two things that people talk about as being extremely helpful. Be sure to stick to the basics, all the things that the dietitians are telling you to do about eating more slowly, chewing your food, all those things. And I added at the bottom, don't forget to laugh and play and have a little fun. I don't know how else you're going to get energy in your bowl unless you're doing a little something in life that you enjoy. Even if it's 15 minutes a day, just doing something that you enjoy to replenish your bowl and have some energy to do what you're doing.
Great tip. I love it.
Did
Great
you like
tip.
that? I know. This
Right.
is all from patients and from the team when I started as a newbie, and it's been very helpful.
I'm not a newbie anymore. But
I am
think-
not a newbie anymore.
But it's good to see struggles that we're all doing together, that we all have similar struggles, and all of those. I feel like I've just taken some mental notes on things I need to do. So, Thank you guys. Comment questions below on this Facebook feed, and I will send them to Marjorie and have her answer them for you. So thanks for listening today.
You guys, you gotta know,
Yes.
I'm not very tech savvy, so that's part of the issue. This
Right.
is something that's new for me, but we're doing what we have
We
to
are
do.
stepping up our game.
We are. We're doing
So.
what we have to do.
Thank you.
Bye.